A lot of times people just don't want to bring it up because it's a touchy subject and it's really awkward. Should females be in law enforcement? Reason why I'm bringing up this topic is because it is a thing. It does actually exist. There's just so many people that say that women shouldn't be in this job, women can't do this job, yada, yada, yada. And I'm here to tell you that women can. I see a lot of comments where females are saying that they want to go into the job, but they don't think that they can do it, or people are telling them that they can't do it. And I just want to say that you can do it. Everyone thinks that getting into law enforcement is such a huge deal and it's so hard. It's really not. All it is just time consuming. It takes forever and a half, which is really annoying. But if you put your mind to it, if you work hard, you will eventually get there. It's scientific fact. I'm probably gonna say that a lot because, you know. I mean, look at what I did with YouTube. So many people thought that I was crazy for even starting a channel and that I wanted to do YouTube full time. And my channel has grown because I didn't give up on it. It's so important to put your time and dedication into something that you really want to achieve. So with that being said, gender really doesn't play that big of a role. If you're a guy, if you're a girl, you can do anything that you put your mind to. It's proven fact. The biggest thing that deters women from this job is thinking that they're not strong enough. Now, obviously, men are stronger than women. It's just in their genetics. Again, it's scientific fact, but that doesn't mean that women in general don't have any kind of strength. I've seen a lot of strong female officers. Females are usually easier to talk to when it comes to certain things. It's not every scenario, but when you are going to a call, sometimes it's just better to have a female there to talk to another female. I like to talk before I make any kind of action. Now, don't get me wrong, in this job, sometimes you have to act before you can even talk. If I'm in a situation where it looks as if I'm going to get hurt, then I obviously have to take action to de-escalate the situation, control the situation so that myself, my coworkers, and the people involved are all safe. I like the people that I work with. We all have each other's back. But when it comes to the question of should females be in law enforcement, yeah, I mean, it's an equal opportunity. If you're trying to get hired just to find a man, this isn't the right job for you. That's just not appropriate. I think dating within your department is such a no-no to begin with because it just causes so many issues. There are so many people that think that law enforcement is just a career for men and that's it. And to be quite honest, yeah, it is a male-dominated field. It is what it is. That doesn't mean that women can't do the job. We all have our own strengths, and I think that when we put our mind to it and we're at a call and we're assisting each other, we get the job done. We make sure that everyone's safe, so it doesn't even matter what kind of gender you are. Since it is such a male-dominated field, women do have to work a little bit harder. And what I mean by that is proving that you know how to do the job, proving that you have each other's backs, that you have your partner's back. I've seen male officers that probably don't have any kind of business being an officer. I've seen female officers that have no business being an officer. It's just that some people don't do the job correctly, or they just act in a manner that shouldn't even be associated with being a police officer. That's not specifically just based on gender. Everyone can sometimes act like a freaking fool. I've seen it on both sides. I've also seen a lot of women in law enforcement that put a facade on because they are around so many males and they act as if they have to be, the only word that comes to mind is bitchy. Don't act like that. When people act in a way where they're just so cocky, it starts to affect the way that you do the job. Sexual harassment is a thing. It does exist. And, you know, sometimes you probably feel awkward bringing it up to the chief or the captain, whoever, but if it honestly makes you that uncomfortable, then you should bring it up. A lot of times people just don't want to bring it up because it's a touchy subject and it's really awkward. If you're losing sleep about something that someone said to you or something that bothered you, maybe talk to that person first, and then if they don't stop, you can always go to higher ups. It happens everywhere. It's not just in law enforcement. No one wants to believe that it's actually occurring. That is something difficult to handle, but just be appropriate about it and just be an adult about it. You just gotta handle it the best that you can. Another thing that like cracks me up about being a female officer is clearly I like to be girly, okay? I've been girly since the day I was born. When I first started telling everyone that I was going through the process of being a police officer, everyone was like,
"You? I can't picture that at all."
It's not about what other people can picture, it's about what you can picture, and I pictured it. I saw the end of a tunnel and I ran toward it. So here I am. My biggest tip to other females who are trying to get into this field is don't lose yourself. Don't lose who you actually are just because you put a uniform on. Now, when I'm at work, I don't act as goofy and like weird. I do with some people because I am comfortable with them, but in general, that's not usually how I act. I usually tone it down a little bit, especially when I'm on calls. Obviously, I don't go to work with lipstick, lashes, eyeshadow, all that stuff. That's just, I think that that's just ridiculous. But it's okay to do what you gotta do outside of work, you know, look cute, get a date. So many people didn't picture it just because I'm a girl and I like to be girly. I will never, quote me on this, I will never lose my girly side. That's just something that I've noticed. So I just kind of wanted to share that with you guys. Gender is just gender. Who cares? That's just how we were born. It doesn't matter if you're a guy, it doesn't matter if you're a girl. As long as you show that you have your partner's back, that's the only thing that matters. We're all there to do the same thing, and we're all there to have the same goal, to go home safe. With that being said, males, females, it doesn't matter. As long as you're there to kick ass, do the best that you can, be safe. Good luck to all the male and females out there that are trying to get into law enforcement. Just keep working hard. You can do this. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you haven't subscribed, please make sure that you do before you leave. And don't forget to follow me on my social medias. Until next time, I will talk to you guys later.